Didi, Fifi, and their mother returned home in anger. The excitement they had carried to the gala had completely vanished. Their faces were tight with frustration. The moment they stepped into the house, the complaints began. "That girl," Didi snapped. "She ruined everything," Fifi added. Her mother frowned, confused. "What girl?" "The one everyone was staring at," Didi said impatiently. "The one Prince K danced with." Her mother adjusted her dress, trying to recall. She had spent most of the evening inside trying to impress Prince K's mother and other important guests. "I didn't see her clearly," she said. Fifi stepped closer. "Because you weren't there when it mattered, but we saw her." There was a pause. Then Didi said it slowly. "She looks like Cindy." The room went silent. Her mother's expression changed instantly. "That's impossible," she said sharply. But the girls insisted. "It's her," Fifi said firmly. "We're sure of it." Anger began to rise in her mother's chest. Without another word, they stormed towards Cindy's room. Inside, Cindy had already locked her door. Her heart was still racing from everything that had happened. She knew they would not take it lightly. The loud banging started almost immediately. "Open this door," her stepmother shouted. "We know it was you," Didi yelled. Cindy held her breath, stepping back. "I said open it," her stepmother screamed, hitting the door harder. They threatened, they shouted, they promised to break the door. But eventually, silence. Tired and frustrated, they walked away. The next morning, the house was filled with tension. "Cindy!" her stepmother called loudly. Cindy stepped out slowly. Her stepmother walked closer, eyes burning with anger. "Was it you?" she demanded. Cindy hesitated, then nodded. Yes. The slap of silence that followed was heavy. Her stepmother's face hardened. "Where did you get those clothes?" she snapped. Cindy tried to explain everything, the old woman, the magic, the warning. But before she could finish, they laughed. "Liar," Fifi said. "Do you expect us to believe that nonsense?" Didi added. Her stepmother stepped closer. "You think you're clever," she said coldly, "but I will deal with you." Meanwhile, Prince K and his team traced Cindy's image from the CCTV footage back to her house. They believed the search was finally over. However, when they arrived and questioned the woman of the house, she firmly denied that Cindy lived there. Even after neighbors quietly confirmed the truth, Prince K understood something important. This was not going to be simple. Forcing the situation could create conflict, and he did not want to cause trouble or embarrass anyone. So instead of pushing, he decided to be patient and strategic. Prince K realized that if Cindy truly lived there, then she was likely being kept away on purpose, which meant that waiting for her to come out freely might take a long time or might never happen at all. He needed another way. That was when he came up with a plan. He ordered a public announcement across the city that he had been unable to find the woman he truly connected with that night. The city was surprised. Many had believed he had already made his choice. So once again, he recalled all the eligible ladies who attended the gala back to the hotel. He made it clear he was ready to give love another chance. The announcement spread far and near. From salons to offices, from markets to shopping malls, everyone was talking about it. This is another chance. He didn't choose anyone, so he's still searching? Excitement filled the air again. Inside the house, Didi and Fifi nearly screamed with joy. "This is it," Didi said, jumping up. "He's going to choose today," Fifi added, already rushing toward the mirror. Her mother smiled proudly. "I told you, opportunities like this don't come twice. Today you must not fail." As soon as Didi, Fifi and their mother left for the Grand Hotel, they made sure to take extra precautions. This time, they were not going to take any chances. They believed Cindy might try to sneak out again just like she had before. So before leaving, they locked her inside her room, a small basement space she used. Then, to be certain, they locked the main doors of the house as well. There would be no way out, no window of opportunity, no second escape. They arrived at the Grand Hotel dressed even more elegantly than before. The atmosphere was once again filled with excitement and anticipation. The invited ladies were welcomed warmly, offered drinks, and entertained as they waited. Soft music played in the background, and quiet conversations filled the hall as everyone tried to remain composed, though the tension was obvious. Each one there believed she could be the one. Each one hoped this would be her moment. Didi and Fifi sat confidently among the guests, adjusting their outfits and exchanging glances. This time, Didi whispered, "We won't be ignored." Fifi had nodded in agreement, her eyes scanning the room. They were ready. All that was left was for the powerful businessman Prince K to arrive and make his final choice. Earlier that day, he listened carefully as an old woman revealed the truth about Cindy, how she had been treated unfairly, constantly overworked, and denied even the smallest moment of happiness. Slowly, everything began to make sense. Cindy had not disappeared, she had been hidden. To everyone else, it looked like he simply wanted to make his final decision properly, but in reality, it served another purpose. While the city's attention shifted back to the Grand Hotel, Prince K and his trusted team quietly returned to Cindy's house, this time without pressure, without noise, and without drawing attention. He already suspected that Cindy would not be allowed to attend the recall, and that gave him the opportunity he needed to finally meet her. They knocked, but there was no answer. They called her name, Cindy, yet silence filled the air. For a moment, it felt like they had come too late. Then the same old woman from earlier stepped forward and spoke softly. She explained that Cindy was kept in the basement, far from where anyone could hear her. Without wasting another second, they were led around the house to a small basement window. Prince K moved closer and called out again, louder this time. Inside the basement, Cindy sat quietly, lost in her thoughts. She had given up hope, believing the outside world had forgotten her. Sounds rarely reached her down there, but this time something did. Her name. Slowly, she stood up, confused but curious. She climbed onto her small bed and leaned toward the window. When she looked outside, her breath caught. Standing there was Prince K. For a moment, she couldn't move or speak. It felt like a dream she was afraid to believe. Then he spoke gently, telling her he had been looking for her. Tears filled her eyes instantly. She had long lost hope of ever seeing him again, of ever finding something real. And yet, there he was. With the help of the guards and neighbors, Cindy was carefully helped out of the basement. For the first time in a long while, she stepped outside freely. The situation was immediately reported, and authorities became involved. But Cindy wasn't just stepping out. She was stepping into a new life.
We were sparks on quiet streets, two hearts finding where to meet. But life pulled us apart, left me talking to the dark. If I called you...
Prince K took her to one of the finest hotels in the city, where she experienced peace, care, and attention for the first time. A team of stylists, designers, and makeup artists was brought in to prepare her, yet even they paused when they saw her, realizing she needed very little. With just a gentle touch, Cindy transformed into something truly breathtaking. Back at the Grand Hotel, anticipation filled the air. The invited ladies, including Didi, Fifi, and their mother, waited eagerly, each hoping to be chosen. When Prince K finally entered, the room fell silent. He apologized for the delay, and smiles spread across the room as everyone leaned in for the moment they had been waiting for. He paused, then announced that he had made his choice. Just as the words settled, the doors opened once more. Cindy walked in. The entire room froze. Didi and Fifi's faces drained of color, and their mother stood in stunned silence. It was impossible, yet there she was. Prince K stepped beside Cindy and calmly declared that she was the one he had chosen. Whispers spread through the crowd, disbelief filling the room. The same girl who had been hidden away, mocked and mistreated, now stood beside the man they all desired. Cindy, however, stood calmly, not proud, not bitter, but peaceful. From that moment on, Cindy's life was no longer defined by hardship. She was seen, valued, and truly loved. As for Didi, Fifi, and their mother, they were left to reflect on their actions. In time, they came to understand that kindness is never weakness, and cruelty always finds its way back. Cindy's story did not end in sorrow. It ended in strength, in grace, and in love. And so her story became a reminder that no matter how hidden you are, no matter how forgotten you feel, one day your moment will come.
Take me